journey now. I watched some of those recordings. And now I'm doing some experiments. To see how that goes. The thing with the plate number, yeah, I don't like to have other people's plate numbers in the video, and I don't want to spend a lot of time blurring them out. So maybe doing those recordings in the city center when there is a busy traffic or the cars are stationary, that's not the best idea. Also, I think it's not safe. So it seems for many other reasons, doing this on the highway or in not crowded, not so crowded times or places is gonna make it better. But of course that's gonna bring some other things with it. Like for example, the noise of the wind. Yeah, let's see how that's gonna sound. Tried out something also in the morning, just recording myself. I would not have those issues with outside world. Yeah, I didn't like that. Maybe I could give another try, but at the moment I didn't like it. So, but I like the idea of talking while driving. So this is a kind of a stage. It could act like a kind of a stage. I like car rides, quiet car rides, or even at times just like silent. Listening to music, that sometimes also is nice. Yeah, it's for me. It's a kind of a calming activity, I would say. I don't know if I can even call it like meditation. It acts like that sometimes. And also in last years I find just going on a random car rides, that also it helps in some way. Yeah, I think we have some winds. Highway wind itself, and also it has the rain. But in the evening the weather is supposed to be nice. So yeah, I think so far the idea of not having any other plate number in the recording works out well. It also helped me to keep my distance. I don't know, just started as like just something spontaneous. It just happened when I really had the urge to talk on a video. But slowly I think it's going in the shape of a project. So I don't know if that is good or bad. But at least it gives me something to be busy with. It gives me a direction. Knowing how hard it is sometimes, challenging to live without a direction. I think this is good. It gives me a purpose. I don't know yet exactly what it is. It is something. This is the other thing, that this cannot happen by force, you know. This is not something that I can try by willpower. It's just like random, spontaneous. It happened on its own will. Might not happen at all. What I can do most is to just create an atmosphere or create an environment. So one thing for sure I can say, that it's not gonna happen under pressure. That for sure. I know that I don't perform well under pressure. And another thing, I think it's the crowd that also is gonna, it's just so sensitive, you know, so fragile. If it's a bit of crowd, for example, this traffic now on the highway, it is crowded because it's like lunchtime for people who work, or it's an opportunity to move around for people. So this road is much more busier than I usually know of on the weekends. Oh yeah. Yeah, the crowd is not helping, the pressure is not helping. And forcing it and pushing it is like, okay, just happen, you know. No, that's not gonna happen. I just need to let it be and not be upset with it when it doesn't happen. Maybe it can go days or months. It may not happen. But it's okay. We can still be friends. I will accept you. I will give you the space without pressure. Because that's also interesting, right? Like, you can give something to somebody, but that always comes with some hidden costs. It comes with some pressure. Even not externally. May not be verbalized or even conveyed, but still, the receiver is gonna feel that pressure. It's just human nature. It's in their system. Nothing comes for free. Everything has a cost. Even rationally may not be acknowledged. Emotionally, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be some weight hanging on your neck, on your back, on your shoulders. So that's gonna be a pressure. But here, I will try not to pressure. We are just with ourselves. We can be honest. And how crazy it could be, you know, like that is for me at least, that's always the challenge in relationship. You never 100% know the other side. I think I am making my peace with that recent years, because even I don't know myself 100%. I don't know all of my motivations. So how could I expect that from the other person? To be 100% honest and upfront and all that with me. That's not possible. And yeah, when you have a relationship with yourself, what I was just talking about, I give you space, but I'm not gonna pressure you. If you hear that from another person, like, at least if I hear from another person, I'm not gonna pressure you. Maybe I will trust them, but those words are not gonna do anything with my emotional system. I will still feel the pressure. And how would that work with my own self? You know, one part tells to another part, I'm gonna give you space, but I'm not gonna pressure you. It's like now you're on the both sides. Could you trust yourself? Maybe still not, you know. I don't think like that. A relationship with yourself is not totally different than a relationship with another. It's like almost same. The dynamic, it's always same. Okay, maybe not always, but almost always it's same. And the trust will be built if I can show up in the way that I promised, right? So I say, I'm gonna give you space and I'm not gonna pressure you. So what happens? You provide a space and nothing happens. You will know if there is a pressure or not. You will feel it. There will be some frustration. There will be some annoyance. Next time there will be less enthusiasm or less energy to provide that space. So yeah, promise is just like a beginning of the what, agreement, the beginning of the trust building, I guess. Promise is like, it's just, it's not that like you can trust me, but promise is like, give me an opportunity to show that I am trustworthy. So that I think the whole thing of a promise. And now talking about promises, I think there were times in my life that I would avoid promising things to other people for some reason or another. If I would be aware of a slight possibility that I would not be able to keep the promise, I would try to avoid it. And if I promise something, I would try to stay with it, try to do my best. Maybe not in exact time, but in the best possible way, I will try to do it. Wasn't a bad experience, I would say. I think the plate numbers issue is kind of resolved. At least it's not as frequent as in the city center. Also, of course, it's easier to drive or let the car drive itself. Less of